Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 129. And we are going to set up the logistics system for the factory, like I said in the last episode. And I have the things I will need now, I think. In here we have the electric compressor that we are going to use to power this system. I do have one thing though that I haven't solved yet that popped up. So I've started adding these things, the Project Red components, to the factory, and they need circuit plates, and circuit plates are made from smelting smooth stone in a furnace. And there may also be recipes that use smooth stone, perhaps for certain things. Regardless, I'm going to need to produce these two things here by the factory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two electric furnace here, I guess. Let's get up a little bit and put a hopper there, and then put the final furnace on top like that. And these are going to produce smooth stone and circuit plates, and they're going to keep a supply of these things here for the factory to use. Now we're going to need to power these, which is simple enough. We have a power line right here, conveniently enough. So we just need a cable like that, and I'm going to foam this one so that it doesn't look like there's a hole in the floor, but then the cable can come up visible like that. It's fine. Now the conundrum I have is how I'm going to get cobblestone over here to supply this part of the factory. And I don't know yet how I'm going to want to do that at all. There are a few options. I could use a drone. I could also use a Railcraft pipe that will have to go right across the base, which I would prefer to avoid, but yeah, I'd rather not do that. Let's put a hopper here for now, and we're going to put a bunch of stone in it. Don't want dirt, preferably. How much we can do with dirt. So yeah, that will do. This will fill up with stone and circuit plates respectively. I actually might not want two full hoppers of these. 2 stacks of those should suffice. Don't want to produce too much. And think 2 stacks of smooth stone would suffice as well. Overproducing makes moving these things difficult, since you will have a lot of items to deal with. But that should do. So now I can have a tube coming up here probably, which will connect logistics modules to this hopper and this one, and then I can have one coming up to this one as well for the stone, which will be nice. Actually, I might have them going across the ceiling, because there's already a bunch of cables and pipes in and around the floor area, so probably want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put tubes like this, sort of. Here. And we're going to put tubes like this. And this is going to cover these and that. We'll probably want a tube here for this one. That looks good. I think that will do nicely. I'm going to want tubes here and here. Now to connect these, I think the best option is to just do this, actually. Which means we're not going to need... Let's see. This one. So we can reclaim that. Put a tube there. No. I was briefly contemplating going through this gap here, but I can't do that over here, which wouldn't be symmetrical and it would bug me. So I'm not going to do that. That's going to cover those. And then we're going to have a tube coming back here. Probably, or do I want... I probably want to go here instead, because it's slightly closer, which means I need to use less tubes to come down. So we're going to have the electric compressor somewhere around here, probably. Let's say there. So we have a cable right here. Then we can put the pressure gauge module, which I made before this episode, of course, along with this advanced PCB, with those there. I can set the pressure, so we're going to emit when lower than 19 bar, like that. Now I think I threw all my redstone into the assembler over here, which I've been making chipsets, because I thought I was going to be making gates for pipes, but then I changed my mind. So we're going to put this like so, and this will instruct the compressor to produce pressure when there is less than 19 bars in this tube network here. We don't have any open ends, do we? We do, so we're going to need to cover these open ends up first. So we're going to need a logistics module there, and that closes this end up so that no pressure will escape. Come on. One goes there. One will go here for a future packager. One will go there. That is going to be tricky. We are going to have to pop that. Kind of hate that aspect. But now I can place a module there. And I can place a module there. And place one there. And place one there. I do need this tube for this side here, which I can almost reach there. There is going to be one here and here. And there's going to be one here and here. Might as well place most of them, for I know there will be alright, we have an uncovered bit here. I think the best option for that is simply to put a tube like that. And then I suppose we're going to do the same. Dang it. Oh. Okay then. Put one there. And then we'll put the final one there. There's a few missing, but now all the ends are plugged, which means we won't have any air escaping. So now we can finally connect this compressor to some power. Actually, I am silly. I'm going to reclaim some of these that are unnecessary. 3 of them specifically. Because I'm going to need those for the... dang it. I'm stuck. There we go. For the things over here, of course. So we're going to have one here. One here. And then we're going to have one here. And then we connect these with a tube. Like that. Did that actually use a tube? Where did that go? Oh, there it is. That was weird. But... oh well. Right, so we're going to want to connect those to a tube as well. I think the easiest way is to go through here. Like that. That will do. And then we need 2 copper cables to power the compressor. And we should see it starting and producing pressure for us. Right, this produces heat. We might need a heatsink for this. I'm going to turn it off for now. We could put... well, actually we can pretty much only put one here because this side well, there's an air block here. That might do. So let's go make a couple of heat sinks. Let's see. It's been a while since I've made one of those. We need 2 gold ingots, 4 compressed iron ingots, and some iron bars. Should be simple enough. Should have iron bars here somewhere. Maybe in here. There's 3. That's enough for 1. I am going to need some more though. Let's check in here. Nope. Let's check in here. Nope. Let's check in here. Nope. Might not actually have any more. Which means I'm going to have to make them, of course. Which is easy. Let's get that for now. Let's make those. And then I need one more. And then we're going to have to go to the pressure chamber. Pay it a visit. To transform these iron ingots to compressed iron, of course. Throw them in there. Turn this on so we get them back out again. There they come. There. And then we're just going to craft these. Something like that. 2 of those. And then we can head back down with the best of frame rates as usual. And now we can plug these onto our compressor, like so, and so. So and so. Put that on there, and now hopefully this will keep cool. Maybe. That might not be enough, actually. It looks like we are... What's the input? 32, that is fine. Hold the heat. Stabilize. It's really fluctuating the production. But it does have to fill this entire tube network initially. But once it has done so, this should shut down. So we probably don't need to sweat too much. Ow. That was stupid of me. We probably don't need to sweat too much about the initial load. These have caught up, although this has run out of stone. We can do something about that. Well, we can do a little about that. Let's get these back. Put this in. need to get more cobblestone, I think. So, what we need now is a bunch of frames, which I should have some spare ones. So we should have a passive provider frame. Ow. Dang lag. Actually, I do have an input chest over here full of paper. I might want to hook this up to the network as well. I'm also going to need... I'm probably going to use this chest here for a bunch of inputs, but I'm going to put it here probably and put another logistics module there. So we can borrow this. I don't think I have a way of actually moving chests. You know, without spilling the contents. I wonder if packaging tape from storage drawers works on chests. I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually going to leave that chest there because I have some other stuff in it. But the paper is going to be put here. And we are going to grab the... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. We're going to take the storage frame off of that. Or not the storage frame, the provider frame. And put it to use there. Now, if I get rid of the paper from here, it's probably not going to have... Oh, there it went. Nice. So, this works. This is set to have 64 and 6. So if I take 10 out, it should put 6 back in the next time it ticks. There it goes. We have this here, which has a frame on it we can take, because I'm not going to be using this, I don't think. At least not for now. So now we have logistics things starting to happen. We're not going to put a logistics or provider frame on this quite yet, because I want to use up the paper supply over there first, obviously. We are going to provide these, and I want to see if some of them pop away. The 2 packagers that use those might actually have enough already, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing that uses stone at the moment, but I might as well provide that for the future. Anyway, this here is a banner from Yagamol Hotels, as you can see. I made that as a test to see what they look like, and they're pretty cool. They sway a little. It is an entity, though. If I pop it off, put it back on, I can't take it off again until I relog, because Minecraft entities are fun. Does this have a requester frame? It's requesting 8. It has 40. That's quite a bit more than it needs, so that's why no. plates got moved, but that's fine. I'm going to need a supply of redstone as well, of course. As usual, I'm very low on it all of a sudden. This is pretty much my entire supply, unfortunately, I think. Don't think I have any over in my storage room over here. I should get that, no, there's nothing here. I should get that, catalog. Stockroom catalog. And have it cover all of these. Now it doesn't work well with the crates, as we could see because of their random nature, in that they only provide random items. They provide a random stack when you look up their contents, or when a mod looks up their contents. And that doesn't work very well with the stockroom catalog, because it makes the catalog shift every time you open it, because it requests the inventory of the crate, and it's different each time. But it is going to work with the lockers here. So now, although it's a little tiny, we can see that we have 411 coal. Now we don't need the lookup feature, obviously, because I know exactly where the coal is. It's right in this locker here. But it does summarize how much there is for us. You can see that we have 265 piles of salt, 131 sandstone. That has to be in this locker over here, I would assume. Yes. There's a slime ball. But yeah, so we can use this to see what we have in storage, which is nice. I do wish it would work on the crates, though, because I like them. Maybe I'll have to suggest that to the respective authors, because I don't think there's a way to get the complete contents of a crate. And I'm pretty sure that is deliberate, but I'm wondering if there's a way to see all the content without being allowed to manipulate it. Stepped on the stupid... Stepped on the dang heatsink again, which is super hot, obviously. But yeah, so I'm going to need to make a bunch more of these packagers. I'm also going to need some more logistics modules to fill out the rest of the factory, although I'm probably not going to use them right away, but can still make them, because why not? And then the factory is going to be pretty much complete. I'm also going to have to connect this chest here as well. Oh. Right. There's a cable there for some reason, but it doesn't go anywhere, so... Oh, it probably went to here. I think there was a light there before, but I removed that, so... yeah. That's alright. Did I run out of tubes? Looks like I ran out of tubes. Oh well. I guess. I can steal this. Put that there. Put logistics module there. And this is of course required to provide to have components that are supposed to go back into the factory routed there. I'm going to need a couple of more advanced tubes though to connect this up, obviously, so I might as well make some more. I'm going to do that off camera though, of course, so that's pretty boring work. There we go. Right, so I'm going to cut off here, and I will see you in the next episode.